So welcome, really, really warm welcome. We're starting a bit late and we've started a new stream. We had a few tech issues at the start. So yeah, welcome if you're just joining us. I hope you found your way to us, which if you're watching this, you will have done. So we'll start soon. We'll just wait just to let a few more people join us. So I'm Gaurav Vivati, and we're going to do about a 40-minute class together today. And the theme of the class is called Cultivating Love. So what we're going to work on in the physical practice is we're going to be opening the heart, doing postures which really open up the chest, which are really, really, really nice to do actually at this time of year when it starts to get a bit colder and we start to sort of brace our bodies and close the front of the body against the elements. We're seeing if in the yoga practice we can just open the chest and try to let the chest and the belly also relax. There's a practice that we teach here at the London Buddhist Centre called the Metta Bhavana, which is the cultivation of loving kindness. And the first part of that meditation practice is coming into relationship with our body, settling into our meditation posture, settling into the body and relaxing into the body. It's the first stage on the sort of road to cultivating love, is to be comfortable in our bodies, relax into our bodies. And sometimes in the body there's pleasure and sometimes there's pain. Sometimes there's a bit like neutral, there's not much happening. So this first sort of great stage of cultivating love is to be in relationship to the body, whatever's happening, the body, the mind and the heart. And it's from that basis that we then start to turn towards our experience with loving awareness. So within awareness is this element of love, and within love is this element of awareness. So you can't separate out the two. Wisdom and compassion are deeply, deeply connected and intertwined, and you don't have one without the other. So when we pay attention, we cultivate love. When we cultivate love, we're paying attention. So throughout the practice, I'll be guiding you to pay attention to your body, pay attention to your breath, and see if you can do that in a warm, open, appreciative, generous way with the body, with the mind, and with the heart. So awareness isn't a cold, analytical approach. It's something which is alive. And through the practice, we come into relationship with the aliveness of our bodies, our being, and then we start to resonate with the life all around us. And in that way, the practice flows out into the world. Okay, so I'm just going to check with the tech team that everything's okay.
Everything's good. People are starting to arrive.
Okay, good. So yeah, welcome. If you're just joining us, you might be starting to arrive. We've moved streams. We had a few technical issues with the start of the stream. So yeah, welcome if you're just joining us. I've just been talking a bit about the theme of the class, but we'll do it experientially as we go. So don't worry if you've just joined. So how many people have we got, Ippolit?
We've got 10.
Great, so there's 10 of us. Very nice to have you with us, and more people will join us as they discover the new stream. So Ippolit is guiding people, shepherding people over via YouTube to this new stream. So yeah, I was just saying we had a few technical issues at the start, but we're all good on this stream now. So I'll make a start. So let's just start by just sitting and just sort of gathering ourselves and starting to connect to the body and connect to the breath. So come into an easy meditation posture, however feels comfortable. And just allow the weight of the body to just settle more and more deeply. So we're just arriving here, starting the practice. And just allowing ourselves to arise and arrive on this spot. And just taking a moment to not be doing anything at all. So for the next few moments, just sitting. Bringing your attention down into your body and feeling the breath, how it moves your belly and moves your chest. And as you breathe in, just let your belly and your chest relax and soften with the inhale. And we'll start to move with our breath. So bring your left hand down onto the mat and inhale to reach your right hand up and over, and just breathing into the side of your body. And then we'll change sides. So exhale across to the other side, inhale up and over. And we're just going to go with our breath. So you're going to exhale across, inhale to stretch. Exhale to the center and inhale to stretch. And just move in your own time with your own breath. Exhale to the center, inhale across, and just keep going. Moving with your breath. And let this be a way to keep feeling into your body. So often we're just thinking about different things. Sometimes in the yoga practice, we can be thinking about the body or thinking about the practice. See if you can start to shift modes. So you're feeling your body, the direct sensations of your body and your breath. Cultivating this kindly awareness of your direct experience. Okay, so just come back to the center and bring your hands back behind you. Interlace the hands behind you. Gently draw the shoulder blades down your back. Lift your chest, lift your chin. Take a few breaths here, and as you breathe in, let the collarbones broaden. Feel the breath across your chest. Good, and then you can come back to the center and bring the hands in front of you this time. So interlace the hands in front, turn the hands forwards, push the hands away, drop the chin down towards your chest, and taking the breath across the back of the body, so the back heart. Imagine that space between your shoulder blades opening up. Then on the next inhale, keeping the hands interlaced, reaching the hands up. So fingers stay interlocked, thumbs can touch. Breathe in and just reach the heels of the hands up and hunch your shoulders up towards your ears. And keeping the hands raised, drop the shoulders down. And then we're going to twist towards the left and release our hands down. And just hold in the twist for a few breaths here. As you breathe in, find length through your spine. And as you breathe out, softening round. Holding here for a few more breaths. Then on the next inhale, come back to the center. Change the interlacing of your hands, other thumb on top, and push your hands forwards. Drop the chin down towards your chest. And again, breathe here. Try and relax your shoulders. On the inhale, let the hands come up, thumbs touching, drawing the heels of your hands up, connecting to your breath. So again and again, bringing your attention back to the breath, back to the body, and seeing if you can bring this really loving awareness. So it's an openness to whatever arises through the body and the mind and the heart. As we exhale, we're going to twist in the other direction and release the hands down. And we're going to hold on this side. Breathing in again, finding length through the spine. Breathing out, softening round. Holding a few more breaths here, really feeling your breath come deep into your body. Good. And then you can look forwards, untwist, come back to the center, and let's come onto all fours. So come onto your hands and your knees. Hands onto shoulders, knees onto hips, and let's just warm the spine up with cat-cow. So as we breathe in, arching the back, lifting the chest and the tailbone, look up. And as we breathe out round the back, draw the navel up towards your spine, drop your head. And again, inhale, arch, looking up, and exhale, round. Lifting the belly, dropping the head and the tailbone down. And just go with your own breath. Inhale, arch. Exhale to round. Really good. So just keep moving like this. And the practice really this class is to see if we can bring this really kindly attention to the breath and to the body. So everything that arises is held within this field of metta, of loving kindness. However pleasant or unpleasant it is, thoughts, emotions, physical sensations. Good. And then just come back to a neutral position, and we'll just move through a similar sequence just to start to open the chest more. So just bring your knees back a little bit more. So you've got a longer distance between the hands and the knees. As you exhale, you're going to bring your bottom back towards your heels like a child's pose. Then as you inhale, you're going to dive forwards and you're going to come into an up dog, but you keep your knees down. So have a look at me. My knees are down and my toes are tucked now. I'm lifting my chest, I'm looking up. We're going to move between those two postures. Exhale, drawing the hips back. Inhale, drawing forwards. So just go with your own breath. Inhale to lift. Exhale to draw back. Good. Inhale as you come forwards, exhale as you come back, but just move in your own time. When you come forwards, try to lift your heart and roll your shoulders back, having that felt sense of the front of your body soft and open. If when you come forwards it hurts your lower back, then just bring your hips a bit high so you don't bring too much of an arch into your lower back if it hurts your back. Couple more rounds. And as you come back, you can untuck your toes and come into a full child's pose, bringing your heels towards, your bottom towards your heels and your forehead down onto the ground. Head heavy. A nice full breath down into your belly. Good. And then from here, come back up onto all fours, spread your fingers. Let's come up into downward dog. So just check your alignment, hands onto shoulders, knees under hips, tuck the toes under. And as you exhale, lift your hips up, bend your knees quite generously, and imagine someone's pulling your hips up and back to the back of the room. So under different circumstances, if you're at the Buddha Center and if we weren't in the sort of COVID pandemic, I'd be lifting your hips up and back. So you can have a sense of that sense of someone lifting the hips up, and to feel that through your own body, bend your knees a bit, push your feet down, press the hands down, drop your head. So use that energetic sense of the ground to find that lift up through the hips. That will really let your spine lengthen and release. Good. And then from here, let's walk our feet forwards towards our hands and stand in a forward fold and hold the elbows. If your lower back hurts or the legs hurt, bend your knees. Otherwise, you could have your legs straight. Let your arms really hang, let your head hang. Spread your toes. A few deeper breaths here. And then release your arms and now interlace your hands behind your back and just let the hands come up and over your head, dropping your head. A few more breaths here, really letting your neck release, pushing the feet firmly down, spreading your toes. And now bend your knees, release your hands and sweep your hands forwards and up and come into chair pose. So we've got chair pose with our feet wide. Make sure your knees track over your feet. Draw the shoulder blades down. And then hands together, come up to standing. Great. Hands down through the center and by your sides. Good. So we're going to move through the sun salutation sequence. So come towards the top of your yoga mat. On the inhale, reach your hands out and up and look up. And as you exhale, fold and drop your head. Inhale, halfway pose, lift your chest and look forwards. Exhale your right foot back, bring your back knee down and inhale to sweep your hands up and hold in the lunge here. Reach your hands up and then take your elbows wide and lift your heart. Good. Lifting the chest, relax your shoulders and take the breath across the front of your chest. Breathe here. Good. Exhale your hands down to the ground and inhale to plank. And then exhale to release down, lowering all the way to the ground. And then inhale to cobra, hands under the shoulders, chest drawing fold forwards and shoulders draw back. On the next exhale, draw your hips back into downward dog, lifting your hips up and back. Drop your head, spread your toes and spread your fingers. And again, connect to your breath. So nice to give ourselves the opportunity to breathe fully and deeply. And feeling the breath is a way to feel this life force in our body that flows through us all around us. So just feel the aliveness of your body, the heat, the strength, the energy of your body. Inhale, reach your right leg up and back behind. Look forwards as you step your right foot forwards between your hands. Back knee comes down and inhale to sweep your hands up, lift up and look up. And hold on this side. Take your elbows wide, so cactus arms, or sometimes it's called inverted goalpost. Relaxing the shoulders and let the heart just rise up and lift. Good. Exhale your hands down. Inhale to step forwards, halfway pose, look forwards. And again, we'll bring in the arms behind us. So arms come back behind us, dropping the head, interlacing the hands, holding here for a few breaths. And have your feet together this time as you release the hands down, bend your knees and sweep your hands forwards and up and you come into chair pose, this time with your feet together and your legs together. So just have a look down and just check that your legs are together and your feet are together. That's important. Squeeze your thighs together, draw the belly back, building a bit more heat in the body. And then again, take the elbows wide, lift the chest, cactus arms. Good. And then hands come together and come up to standing and bring the hands down through the center. Good. And we'll move through the sun salutation a few more times. So inhale to reach, lifting up, looking up. Exhale to fold, drop your head. Inhale, halfway pose, look forwards. Exhale your left leg back, back knee down. Inhale, sweep your hands up, look up. And again, elbows wide, lift the chest. Cactus arms. Exhale the hands down to the ground. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lower yourself down. If you want, you can roll on your toes and you can come into up dog, or you can just come into cobra. You can choose. Lifting the chest, looking up. On the next exhale, lift your hips up and back. And hold in your downward dog for a few breaths here, spreading your fingers, spreading your toes. And in downward dog, don't worry about sending your heels to the ground. It's fine if the heels are off the ground and the knees are a bit bent. For this class, let's see if we can really find that length through the spine, letting the chest release down. Good. Inhale your left leg up and back behind you. And then as you look forwards, exhale to step the foot through, back knee down. Inhale, sweep the hands up. And then take your elbows wide, cactus arms, lifting your chest. Soften your shoulders, look up a bit more. Good. Exhale your hands down. Inhale, step forwards, look forwards. Exhale to fold, dropping your head, and then bring your hands back behind you again. Change the interlace and let the hands come up and over. And breathing here, spreading your toes. If it feels okay, you can gently squeeze the shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Good, and then releasing the hands down, bending the knees, feet are together, legs are together, chair pose. Holding in your chair pose. Just hold a little bit longer. I'm going to turn to face you. So you've got your feet together and your legs together. You're squeezing in chair pose, and then we're going to do chair pose with a twist. So hands come together, and you're going to twist towards your left-hand side. So twisting to the left, all the way around. You can have a look at me if you're not sure. So make contact. It's your right upper arm touching the left thigh. And you can look up if you feel stable. Breathe into the twist. Good, and then let's come back to the center, back to chair pose. So keep your knees bent if you can, back in chair pose. And then we're going to twist in the other direction. So hands to the center, twisting over to the right. So this time left upper arm to the right thigh. And it's quite good if the upper arm makes contact with the thigh, and then you can push into the thigh and twist round. And then breathe into the twist. So nice for your body to breathe into these twists. Relax your shoulders. Imagine the heart lifting. One more breath here. Then untwist, come back to chair. The knees can stay bent. Then hands can come together and you can come back to standing. Good. So hopefully you're starting to feel a bit more heat in your body. I am. I imagine you are too. Let's do a few more standing postures. So we'll do some standing postures, which again open the front of the body. So we'll do warrior one. So again, you can stand at the top of your mat and step your right foot back. In this posture, your hips turn to the short edge of your mat and you bend your front knee. Sweep your hands forwards and up. So yeah, this is a classic Hatha yoga posture. It opens the front of the body. So you can imagine that your pubic bone's drawing up towards your chest as your chest lifts. Reach through your fingertips. If you want to take the pose a bit deeper, bring your hands together, interlace your fingers, point your index fingers up, and really reach up and look up as you press your feet down and sink the front knee. Breathing here, lift up, press the feet down. Try not to hunch your shoulders, let the heart lift. A few deeper breaths here. Good, and then we're going to turn out into warrior two. So you're going to bring your arms out to the sides, take your feet a bit wider apart, bending through the front knee. So in this posture, you can check at home, you can check your own alignment. You can look at your feet, and if you're going to draw a line from the front heel all the way down, it would come down and it would hit the middle of the back foot. So that's a good way to check your alignment. Another good alignment point is to look at your front knee and make sure it doesn't dip in. Yeah, you want to make sure your knee is over the ankle and that your knee doesn't overshoot the ankle. So it's sort of like a right angle. Arms coming out to the sides. You can check your back arm, see if it's in line, and then look forwards, down your front arm, middle finger on your front hand, and breathe here. Good. Let's come into side angle posture. So bringing the front forearm to the front thigh, reaching up and over with your right arm, and look up towards the ceiling. Hinge deep in the front hip. Stay like this, or if you want to take the posture deeper, you can bring your left hand down onto the ground. And again, breathing into your body. Really nice posture to open up the side of the body. Good. Then from here, we're going to bring both hands down to the ground. So you're going to frame your front foot with your hands and swivel on your back foot. So you're coming into a runner's lunge. You've got your right foot back, left foot forwards, and you're going to bring your right hand down onto the ground and you're going to twist towards that bent knee. So twisting to your left. Then you can reach your left hand up if that feels okay on your shoulder. Try and keep your back legs straight. Reach the back heel back. Breathe into the twist. Make sure you can see your raised hand. Look towards that thumb. Good, and then bring that hand down onto the ground and we're going to step back to plank pose. And move through a little vinyasa. So lower yourself down towards the ground. Inhale to cobra. You could come into up dog, lifting your chest, look up. And then exhale, downward dog, lift your hips, spread your fingers, drop your head. Spread your toes. Nice full breaths here. And enjoy the breath. Enjoy your body, the vitality of your body. Even if you're feeling a bit tired or achy, your body is alive. You can move your body. See if you can really inhabit that. Enjoy that. Okay, so we're going to come forward. So look forwards. You can step or you could jump forwards to the top of your mat. And then fold, drop your head. Then inhale, come all the way up. Sweep your hands out and up. Lift up, look up. Exhale your hands down through the center and down by your sides. And then we'll do that same sequence of postures on the other side. So you're going to step your left leg back. And again, try and draw your hips towards the front of the mat, the short edge of the mat, bending your front knee. Inhale, so sweep your hands up, lifting up. It's quite easy in these postures, these standing poses, to go a bit passive. So see if you can be really active in the pose through the legs. Yeah. So press your feet down and draw the thighs up. That will help to build strength and stability through the legs, and that helps the upper body be light. And again, it's like you've got this, you're drawing your pubic bone up towards your chest so you don't overarch your back, and the chest rises up. If you want to take the posture deeper, hands together, interlace your fingers, point the index fingers up, look up, and breathe here, enjoying the breath, full breath. And then let's turn out into warrior two, turning out to the side. Take a bit of a longer distance between your legs, bending through your front knee, reaching the fingers away from each other. Look down the front arm. And again, connecting to the breath. So feeling the body with the breath. A few more breaths here. Good, and then let's come into side angle posture. So front arm onto the thigh, reaching through with the left arm, opening the chest. And breathe into that side body. If you want to take the pose a bit deeper, you can bring your right hand down onto the ground, or it's totally fine just to stay in this posture with the forearm on the thigh. So either is fine. A few more breaths here. Try and roll your chest up towards the ceiling. And then we'll bring both hands down onto the mat. Swivel on your back foot, so you're coming into a runner's lunge. So both sets of toes face forwards in the same direction. Left hand to the inner edge of the front foot. Twist around to your right, twisting towards the bent knee, and then reach the right hand up. And again, breathe into the twist. If your raised hand, the shoulder on your right feels a bit sore, just bring it down. It's fine to have it on your hip, or you can wrap it round. So find a place which feels sustainable, not straining the shoulder. Reach the back heel back. One more breath here. Good, and then bring both hands to the ground and step to plank. Let's move through the vinyasa, lowering ourselves down onto the ground, inhaling cobra or up dog. And exhaling downward dog, spreading the fingers and dropping the head. Good, some nice full breaths in your downward dog. Good, and then bring your knees down to the ground and come into child's pose for a few moments. Untuck the toes, bottom back towards the heels, forehead on the ground. Breathe here. On an inhale, just come to lie on your back, and we'll just do some hip raises together. So you're going to lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, arms along the sides of your body. Spread your toes, turn the palms down to the ground, and as you inhale, lift your hips up towards the ceiling and draw the knees forwards. And as you exhale, lower your hips down. Just go with your own breath. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down, just moving in time with your own breath. And then we'll start to bring our arms into the sequence. So as you inhale and you lift your hips, you're going to reach your arms up and back behind you. Let the hands come all the way down. And as you exhale, lower your hips down and bring the arms down. And again, inhaling, hips and arms up, draw the knees forwards, lift the heart towards your chin. And exhale, releasing down, just going in your own time with your own breath. Try and keep your knees going forwards as you lift your hips. And extend your fingertips, so don't let your hands just be passive. Good. The next time your arms and hips come down, keep your arms down and just lift your hips and hold the hips. And if you want, you can roll your shoulders underneath your body, interlacing your hands, holding in this bridge posture. So spreading your toes, knees drawing forwards, pressing down through your hands or the little edges of the little fingers if your hands are interlaced. And breathing here, let your breath fill your body. So just let the practice be a way to have this awareness of your body, awareness of your breath, which we all share this breath. Good, and then releasing the hands, releasing the hips slowly down. And then from here, we're going to bring the right outer ankle onto the left thigh, just below the knee. And we're going to draw the left knee towards the left shoulder. You can hold around the back of the left thigh or the front of the left shin. And just stretching at that hip. This is a really nice stretch to do, particularly if you're sitting down a lot in the day or if you're doing a lot of cycling. It's really nice to do this stretch. If you're feeling tension in your shoulders here, then bring a cushion under your head, and that can help your shoulders to relax. Take your breath to your belly. Close your eyes. Use the breath to touch into the body. Relax the jaw. Good. Okay, so let's switch sides. So releasing the legs. And now we're going to bring our left ankle onto the right thigh and drawing the right knee towards the right shoulder. Hold around the back of the right thigh or the front of the right shin. Breathe here. Relax your belly, relax your chest. And then try and take the breath down to the hips. Good, and then you can bring the legs together, so releasing and just hugging the knees in towards your chest. And we'll do a twist, so bring your feet to the ground, shift the hips over to the right and bring your knees over to the left. Bring your arms out at shoulder height, look over the right shoulder, so turn your head in the opposite direction to your knees. And just give your body a bit of time to just relax, release down. Head heavy, legs heavy, face soft. A few more breaths here. And bring your knees back to the center. Bring your hips over to the left and bring the knees over to the right. Arms out at shoulder height. Turn your face so that you turn your head in the opposite direction to your knees if it feels okay. And your neck. You can close your eyes. Soften your jaw. And just let your breath just fill the body. And just notice if you're tensing up through your thighs. See if you can let your thighs soften and relax. A few more breaths here. Good, and then let your knees come back to the center and just hug the knees in towards your chest one last time. Curl up into a little ball, lift your head and shoulders, tuck your chin, squeeze everything in. And then release, and let's come into relaxation. So lengthening your legs out along the ground. Bring your arms by your sides with your palms turned up. Or, seeing as we've been opening the front of the body, you might want to bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. And as you lie in Shavasana, you can again feel the front of the body softening with the inhale, the back of the body releasing heavier and heavier down to the ground. A few deeper moments of stillness. And then from here, come back to your breath, come back to your body. You can roll over onto one side and just take a few moments lying on your side, just getting yourself ready to sit up. You can use your hands, push your hands down to the ground, come up to sitting. And just take a moment just sitting. Again, connecting back to this felt sense of your breath and this loving awareness of the breath. Just paying attention is an act of love. Good. Okay, so that brings the class to a close. Thanks so much for coming. Really, really nice to practice with you. And I'd really encourage you to take this practice of loving awareness out into the rest of your day. So why not just do one kindly, generous act that you wouldn't normally do for someone? It could be someone you live with, or it could be a stranger. And just take this sort of this cultivation of love out into the world and manifest it in a sort of physical act for someone else. Another thing actually that's happening today, as well as all your generous, kindly acts, is we're going to have a yoga class, a 5:45 yoga class at the Buddha Center. So I know a few of you that are tuning in are local. It'd be lovely to see you in person. So yeah, this evening at 5:45 we've got a class, 5:45 to 6:45, and you can book online just through our website for that class. And we'll be doing those each week on a Wednesday and a Thursday. We'll have a new 5:45 class. So we've got in-person classes happening at lunchtimes, evenings, and on Saturday. So you could check those out if you want to come and see us in person. It would be really, really nice to see you. And hopefully I will see you soon, but otherwise see you online at another time. So yeah, so go well, and very nice to practice with you all.